For the first time in years, gun law reform appears to be happening in the U.S. As early as this morning, the U.S. House is expected to pass a bipartisan safety bill. This after the Senate approved its version late last night. The bill could be ready for the president's signature as early as this weekend. The legislation will fund red flag laws, address mental health, background checks, and more.
Today marks 1 month since the deadly school shooting at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, where 19 children and 2 teachers were killed when a gunman entered the school with an arsenal of weapons. It took law enforcement 77 minutes to enter the classroom to confront and kill the gunman.
The Supreme Court strikes down New York State's concealed carry law requirement. The law that's more than a century old required residents to prove they had a special need for a gun. By 6-3 majority, the Supreme Court declared that law violates the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms. People who want to carry a concealed gun will still need a license as well as pass the background check, fingerprinting, and registration.
10 o'clock our time, Surfside city officials in Florida will hold a public memorial to honor the 98 victims of the Champlain Tower South collapse. Shortly before 1:30 in the morning on June 24th of 2021, witnesses heard a loud noise and saw a cloud of dust. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden is expected to join family members of the victims at the memorial, marking the first anniversary of the tragedy.
A study out today says COVID-19 vaccines saved 19.8 million lives in the first year they were available. That modeling study published in The Lancet says the impact of the vaccination programs was determined by estimating the additional lives lost if there were no vaccines. The study also asserts that up to 600,000 more lives could have been saved if each country had been able to vaccinate 40% of their prospective populations by the end of 2021, as proposed by the World Health Organization.
25 years and 5 NBA championships later, the San Antonio Spurs are taking advantage of its top picks during last night's 2022 NBA draft. With their 9th pick, the Spurs selected Jeremy Sohan, a 19-year-old, 6'9" freshman forward out of Baylor. With the 20th overall pick, the Silver and Black called out 19-year-old Ohio State guard Malachi Brenham and Blake Wesley, another freshman guard from Notre Dame, to round out the top 3 picks in the first round for the Spurs.
More discouraging news for would-be home buyers. Mortgage rates rising again this week. A 30-year loan inching up to 5.8%. The average 15-year rate rising to 4.9%. This after last week's huge rate jump, the largest in 35 years.
Government officials in Germany say it can't rule out the possibility of rationing gas. The comments were made Thursday during a press conference while discussing the disruption of the gas supply chain in Germany. They say it's necessary to declare this emergency gas plan to reduce gas consumption now during the summer as they look ahead towards winter. Right now, the supply is currently guaranteed, but officials want consumers to be aware rationing could be on the horizon.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un reportedly ordered a strengthening of the country's defense capabilities today as he wrapped up a key party meeting with top military officials. This comes amid concerns about North Korea conducting a potential nuclear test. In state media video, Kim and the North's top officials are seen in a meeting with a map of what appeared to be the east coast of the Korean peninsula, where South Korea's nuclear power plants are located. The nuclear test by South Korea now would be the first nuclear test in 5 years, and U.S. and South Korean officials say it could take place at any time now. And that's today's 9 at 9.